Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. How you going? Harvey Lynch here. Katie Hurst back again for our Tuesday live show here at Virtual Office Connect. Tuning in from our Facebook page, Virtual Office Connect page, as well as our private members group over the Virtual Business Support Freedom Group. How are you going at this afternoon, Katie?
Good, Harvey. I am very well, thank you. I'm looking forward to the talk, actually. I have no idea what we're talking about tonight. I do wonder how you come up with the subject, so I'm looking forward to this.
Oh, well, I'll stick it on the screen then. There you go. How to have happy clients.
How to have happy clients. Louise would actually say to that, don't let Katie on the phones, but, you know, that's what she would say. You're rich. I better make sure I put myself on mute.
Oh, very good. My sound's coming through for you, Katie?
Yeah, no, it's good. Yeah.
Excellent. So, ladies and gentlemen, thanks very much for joining us today. It's been a little while since we've been on, unfortunately. As you know, things do pop up every now and then, and you just got to deal with it. But it's fantastic we could be here with you. You could be here with us today. And if you are here, make sure you give us a shout out, put a comment below, give us a like and a share as well, because the information that we're bringing you in these shows is vital bits of gold for all business owners, particularly those that are engaging in the virtual space, which is a common theme here, especially here in WA right now. Everyone's back locked indoors because COVID's back. Unbelievable. How are you going up there with it, Katie?
Fine. We're lucky. I think actually they had one of the spreads was at the servo just down the road from us, but we've been really lucky. I just figured do what they say. I don't want to get sick. Do what they say, and there's no reason why you can't do business, continue doing business. That's what I've learned.
Sure, absolutely.
And you're protected, Harv. You're on the farm. You're protected.
Yeah. I'm actually indoors today. I got a chance to come in and get out of the place and get to the office to get some stuff done. But it's the beauty of where I live. It's we're able to work our businesses virtually, particularly ours with Virtual Office Connect and my other consulting businesses like you, Katie. We're able to set that up to run virtually, which is really the backbone of what Virtual Office Connect is all about. But today's show, now, it's a bit of a lead on from our last episode, really, in virtual sport. It's been so bloody long, I can't remember what that one was about.
A fortnight ago.
Yeah. So that show was all about the first call, right? And how vital it is, particularly when we're talking about new opportunities for business, and how vital it is that first call and the three things that you must make sure you have involved in that first call to really capitalize on that opportunity. And one of those things we're going to be talking more on today and going deeper in on is the collection of data and what it is that you actually do with that data. Because at the end of the day, it's all about happy clients. If we don't have happy clients, we just don't have a business. Would you agree, Kate?
Oh, God, yeah, absolutely. And I know that even when as I try and get hold of the service providers that we have in this business, communication's key. So information and communication is the two of the key things.
Sure. Now, one thing I want to mention first, if you stick around to the end, we've actually got a very good golden nugget for you at the end of today's show, which involves what we're discussing today, something that you can get a 14-day trial of towards the end of the show. So hang around for that. First of all, though, if you aren't a member of our private group, make sure you get over there, check it out, because you get lots of goodies over there you just cannot get anywhere else. And one of those is a 30-day free trial of our virtual reception services. So if you are thinking about entering into the virtual space with your business and you need that extra hand on getting calls answered or getting some admin work done, then it's a great place to head over to really take that for a test run. Those that have done it so far, it's just a no-brainer for them. They find out quickly that it just fits so well into their business. They're able just to get more time back. They're able to get more stuff done, right? Because they're not always just connected to that phone all the time. Your experience in that area, Katie?
Yeah, exactly the same, Harvey. And I can't add anything more to that. You just said that so well. I was like thinking, I was like, no, I can't add anything to that one.
No problem. So today, talking about how to have happy clients. Well, I mean, we've all had the experience of an unhappy client. I don't think there'd be a business owner out there that hasn't had a client upset about something at some point in time. But how do we understand where they are at in our relationship and where we are at in meeting them in our relationship, in our business relationship, and keeping up to speed, up to date with that is very, very important to actually hanging on to that client for the lifetime that they have that need for your product or your service. And one of the ways that we want to discuss today is a lead on from our last episode, which is the collection of data. Now, from that first phone call, we spoke about this last time, is that first phone call is so important, but what do you do with the data on the phone call? If you find yourself a business owner who is seem to be always buried in an email inbox, trying to keep up to speed with communications between clients and people wanting to find out more information, then it can quickly, very, very quickly become an absolute ant nest, if you like, trying to uncover and find, where did I leave that email? I know I saw it, but where is it? Right. And if you've got this if you're having discussions with multiple clients on any given day, then you can quickly just get overwhelmed with an overflowing inbox. Now, Katie, I know that you can resonate with this because I've seen your inbox, and it's quite scary.
Yeah, it is. It's emails for me are the bane of my life. I completely respect that they are a pivotal form of communication nowadays. But for someone like me that has 6 email accounts and manages several businesses, there's some days where I'm literally sending and receiving an email every 10 minutes of the day. So it's massive, But I think once you're on top of them, staying on top of them is obviously a really key form of communication, in particular with clients. And yes, for our clients that are listening, I know that there are some emails that I do owe people and I am actually getting to them. But yeah, it's as much as anything, it's a safeguard in terms of business and communications, but it's also a really good story in terms of the customer journey, and it's information that you can then share with your team as well. So emails are everything. It's a strong point of communication.
Yeah, communication from client support on the back end of your service or your product through to communicating with new customers on the front end, and also prospects through your email marketing. Email marketing is never, ever going away, at least in the near future anyway, but it's been around since marketing begun, computers begun, and it's going to be there for a very, very long time yet, because I used to, we still get letters and the mailbox run, but it's just like a digital form of that. I used to remember always enjoying opening the mail, but now it's digital, right? So it's never going anywhere.
I've never enjoyed email. But you say about email marketing, 7.6 billion people in the world, and there's like 8 billion people in the world, have email addresses, which is crazy, right? So that's a heck of a lot of potential. That's a heck of a lot of communication that's flying around the world, interstate, locally, whatever the case may be, by the second. That's a lot of information that is transacting through emails.
Yes. Now, from a business owner's point of view, and you are collecting information such as emails, it's very quickly able to understand that what you think may be the most important asset to your business may not necessarily be what you think. It's not the infrastructure that you have in your business. It's not it's not the hardware that you may have in your office, or even the building that your office is placed in. The actual the biggest asset your business has is its client database, it's prospects, it's your existing clients, everyone that you have in your database, whether they are a new prospect, they've only just heard about you, but you've collected some data, your current clients, even your past clients, if they're all stored somewhere in a database, then they are your most important asset, because that's who you communicate with, right? And that's where you're able to, connect with, do business with, and actually bring in some revenue and then ultimately profits for your business. So, it is the most important asset to any business. It doesn't matter what business you have, unless you have a business like farming, for example, that doesn't rely on customers and clients. But if you do, then the greatest asset you have is your database, your list. There's a popular marketing term that the money is in the list, and it's absolutely right. So now, we're talking about databases today. So when we do capture data, what do we do with it? Well, the place that we're able to keep the conversations going with new people, new leads that come into the business, conversations with our existing clients, your communication to your database through maybe an email newsletter every month. All of that stuff can be actually done in the one place. And what we're talking about today, folks, is actually a customer relationship management system. Now, there is tons and tons of these systems and softwares on the market, but what they essentially do is they are a place, a hub, if you like, a tool that your business has to be able to collect data and place into a system, into a software where you're able to keep conversations going with clients or prospects, identify where they are exactly at in your relationship, whether that be their, perhaps like what we do with our new leads and clients that come on a free trial, or they've been doing business with you for 5 years. You're able to quickly identify where they are at in your business relationship. And from there, you're able to come up with all sorts of things, such as brand new offers, or you're able to say, they've been with us for a month now. It's time to do a customer support call to them to see how things are going, all of those sorts of stuff. And Katie, do you have anything else to add on that at all?
Yeah, as you were talking, I was thinking for even businesses that potentially aren't consumer to consumer, that are more business to business potentially. Any type of communication that you have, whether that be via text or whether that be via email, is ultimately about building relationships. So business is a transaction, right? It's the transaction of money just happens to be the byproduct of the value that we see in that transaction. But ultimately, you're only going to do business, most likely, with someone that you know, like, and trust. So even if you are a business that perhaps has that you're the middleman, okay, so you're perhaps a wholesaler, so you deal probably more with suppliers, and then you sort of wholesale onto only a select or a smaller pool of clients. The relationship is still the same. That relationship and the communication structure that you have with that, whether it be a supplier or a client, is still pivotal. It's still critical in your business. So, yes, I openly admit that I completely suck with emails. I get so many. I find it overwhelming. I rely on my team to support me in that aspect. However, I happen to be probably quite old. I'm from the generation where I'm used to picking up the phone and building relationships that way with people. But the one thing that I do is I have a single place, a CRM, where all of our correspondence is kept, whether that be to suppliers or clients. The reason being that information that you were talking about, Harvey, is gold. It's like gold. So if you want to look up Harvard Review and the business information that's going around, we all talk about it. So Harvard Review really says that the biggest asset that we have in a business is human capital. Human capital is either our staff, our team, our suppliers, or our clients. It's that relationship that you invest in building with your clients, suppliers, or your team. So therefore, having a unified place or a singular place where you can access that information and then understand the journey that any one of those people is taking with you in your business, that's just a smarter way of doing business. Like, so we, even in our business, we're relatively new as the business owners of Virtual Office Connect. However, one of the very first things that we implemented was a CRM for the express purpose of knowing what the customer journey is with us, and then everyone having access to that information so we can do the best thing by our suppliers or our clients.
Sure. Now, fantastic. So what I'd like to add to that, when it comes to talking about your business and its value as well, if you decide to sell your business one day, and let's just say an investor happens to walk along, one of the first questions you'll probably get asked is the database, or the most important asset of the business, right? Where is all the clients and the list? Where's the list, right? Because that carries with it a hell of a lot of value for the business. A lot of businesses actually get purchased just for the list itself, not actually for the product or the service. So lists are so vitally important. And if you've got a place where all of that information is kept, all that data is kept, then it becomes a vital part of the value of your business. Now, CRMs, there is tons of them out there on the market, and there's a lot of different functionality of CRMs as well. One of the things I would like to touch on is, if you are looking at CRMs right now yourself, identify what is it exactly that you want a CRM to do for your business. Is it just to collect emails so you can send out email correspondence like a newsletter, or just so you can quickly fire out, just relationship communications, support emails to clients? Or are you looking for something a little more advanced where you can tack on SMS messages as well, or communicate via messenger chat? Things like that can also be a function of a CRM system. Now they start, range from, your simple emails right up to doing your full suite of marketing, full suite of customer support, actually get involved in the operations side of your business as well. So they can get very, very advanced and be able to house a lot of different functionality for you. It really depends on exactly what you're after for your business. What I do find business owners and clients that I talk to is, I recommend something that you can do some form of marketing with, whether that be just by email or the broaden the suite of tools that you can use to help with marketing your business and generate inquiries, generate leads for your business. I would recommend getting something that has at least that functionality, because as I say, the more leads and more information you can gather about people that have an interest in your product or service, the more you have it capturing those opportunities when they do pop up, and bringing in revenue and the end of the day, profits for your business. Katie, have we touched on anything else? There's 5 things that I just want to mention, benefits of having CRMs, that I'll just go through with you now, that I think are very important parts of having CRM as opposed to just an email inbox. Is number 1 is having better interaction with your clients. I think we've touched on this already. So it's more touch points with a client. So remember, we spoke about the journey that a client goes through in building that likability and the trust that they have with you as they're becoming a client, or you're onboarding them as a client. So the more touch points you can have, and the more personalized those touch points are, dramatically improves that trust, improves that likability, and gives you a much better chance on actually onboarding them. And the same thing too, when they actually are a client, you can then keep that relationship very personal by having better interaction there. It gives you the ability to respond a lot faster to clients as well. If you're just thinking about an email inbox, how quickly do emails, Katie, scroll down till you can hardly see them anymore, because they come from left, right, and center. And I know there's other add-ons you can filter out an email inbox, but with the CRM system, when all communications are just tacked onto individual clients, you're not actually searching for an email address, you're actually doing a quick search for a client. So it allows you to keep up to speed with the customer's wants and needs, through a CRM. They also, which I think is a very important part of a CRM through client support, is that it gives you the chance to ask for feedback with your clients as well. So you're able to optimize what you're doing very well, optimize whether that be marketing strategies or delivery strategies. So by delivery, I mean improving how you deliver on your promises to your clients. So it gives you the ability to ask for feedback through things such as surveys and forms that you can actually build in more advanced CRM systems to be able to send that out to your database to get feedback from your clients on how you can improve things. So rather than playing the guessing game, you can actually get feedback from them to say, hey, how's things going? How can we make our service better to deliver and improve our service to you and give you a much better customer experience, client experience?
That one there, Harvey, is actually really important that you just mentioned, because if you think about that, even now when you're using your mobile phone and you happen to log on to a site, most of them pop up with a question immediately after, so asking how satisfied you were with either their service and or their product. And that, by the way, would absolutely feed back into a CRM, because they would need to keep that type of information. So the measure of how good your service is or the product is that you're providing is obviously something that needs to be quantified, not just for you in terms of making business decisions, but in terms of the customer satisfaction, the journey that that customer is on with you. So that part there, and keeping tabs on that feedback and keeping that feedback in a single place attached to the client record is really, really important.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Moving right along, because the time is absolutely flying.
Going really fast.
Yeah, for those who may have been involved in using some type of CRM already and are able to understand quickly, if you're easily able to adapt to new technology and get into the more advanced CRMs, it gives you the ability to build better workflows in your business. Now, whether that be marketing and sales workflows or whether it be delivery as well, we use our CRM here for delivery, marketing, and sales. So you're able to track how things like marketing is going, optimize it to improve it and make it better, make the whole workflow better, so that from a client's experience point of view, they are able to get to know your business, become onboarded with your business, and then have you delivering on your promises to your client. So the client it's very seamless, and the more seamless you can get it, and the more you can build on that client experience for your customers, the greater business your business becomes, the greater your reputation in the marketplace becomes, and the business is off to the moon, right? So it gives you the ability to do that. And the final one is it gives you through the use of collection of data. And the more personal you can make your relationship with your clients, it gives you the ability to constantly learn more about not just your clients, but learn more about your industry, learn more about your own business as opposed to your competitors as well. All of this sorts of stuff helps improve the growth of your business in the long run, and really helps you improve the bottom line profitability, which is what's the most important thing to you right now. It would be profitability. If you're in growth mode, if you're looking to grow a business, then you want to grow profits. You don't just want to grow a big stack of revenue. So it gives you the ability to constantly learn all the time. Over the years, we spoke about when emails first started coming out, data collection has built some of the biggest companies we know today. Companies like Microsoft, Google, a lot of these companies that are online, but all as well. They're all built out of the use of data, so that they can keep constantly learning about who buys their products, learning about what the market is actually wanting in product, is all through the use of data and optimization of that data to improve serviceability. And it gives you that chance to do that with your business, which you simply just cannot do out of an email inbox unless you physically give each one of your clients a call and have a good old chit chat over the phone. I guess that could probably work, Katie.
It could, and I would probably advocate that being me, but in terms of ongoing, no, it's just not possible. But if you want to talk about the success of emails and the success of CRMs, I mean, for people that like learning and listening to things, look up Anik Signal, ANIK and SIGNAL, that he has built several multi-million-dollar businesses based off data collection. And he's a millionaire many, many times over. He's not an overnight success. It's taken him 16 years to get his business to that stage of being a billionaire. And really, it's been built on him collating his data, having it in a single place, and utilizing it to the best of his abilities to sell the serviceability of the products that he was promoting. So it makes sense to have it in that uniform place. And also, it's kind of like the measuring stick. Like I can go out into business and think that I'm hot shit, basically, and think, oh, yeah, I can do this, which, by the way, a lot of businesses do start that way because people are feeling disengaged when they're at work with their employer. So they actually want to go out and start it themselves because they often do think that they can do it better, and they may very well be able to do it better. That's not the issue. The issue is you've got to have a measuring stick. Like if you are really as good as what you're saying that you are, then you're going to need a level of customer feedback to support that. Am I good at asking for those testimonials personally? No, I'm not. However, I'm lucky I have Harvey. Harvey is very good at getting that information back into our business for me and Harvey and Danelle then to be able to make better decisions in the future of our business. So you always have to have a measuring stick, and that data and the collation of that data is a really good starting spot. It's a great place to start to actually see if you're not only marketing effectively, but engaging effectively, servicing effectively, and then following up effectively. So there's lots of prongs in there, but once again, it's a part of that continued journey that you would have with your client.
Absolutely. Yeah, couldn't agree more, Katie. Now, before we wrap it up today, I told viewers if they hung around to the end, then they would get the chance to check out some gold that we'd like to throw to you guys today. What we're talking about is CRMs today, and if you are thinking about getting involved with a CRM or a more advanced CRM for your business, then we'd actually like to give you the opportunity to trial a CRM for yourself, a 14-day trial, a couple of weeks, where you can grab hold of a CRM, one of our partners in Business Warriors, who will be on the show very soon, by the way. My buddy Jared is going to come and join us. We've partnered up with him to be able to offer our clients and our viewers a really good deal on a CRM system that can really help with your client relations, from advancements as well, from marketing, from sales, through to delivery of your business. And I've become quite the genius at it, at this CRM myself. Wouldn't you agree, Katie?
Yes, you are legendary. You're very good at this. Like, you are really, really good at this CRM, and I know that because I ring you. I'm like, I can't find it, and you'll be out on the road and you'll tell me exactly where to go. So absolutely use Harvey's expertise.
No, they are very straightforward. I mean, that's one of the biggest, the number one things that I look for in systems, in software, is the ability, the ease of use is one of those things. And, this CRM system actually quite easy to follow, and I'm always here to help. So if you would like an opportunity to grab a 14-day trial of that, I've just put a link in the comments, which is a link that'll take you straight to a page where you can access to a 14-day trial of that. And keep in touch with us if you need any questions answered. You'll be either hearing from me or from my buddy Jared himself. We'll be promoting the CRM system more on the show soon when he comes on, and we'll talk a lot more about the power of CRMs and all that sort of stuff. Mm-hmm. But for today, I really hope you enjoyed what to do with your data now. We've spoken about how to get it on that first phone call, capturing new opportunities. Now, what do we do with that data? Because they might not close. They might not sell on the first call, but how do we keep in touch for them for which time they do decide to pull the trigger and buy that product or your service? We need to be front of mind. We need to be ready when they make that decision. And CRMs gives you the leverage to be able to do that in your business. So, Katie, is there anything else you'd like to finish on today?
No, definitely just for people that are looking at needing, thinking that they may need a CRM, definitely reach out to Jared and Harv. It will be worth your time to do that because it's an essential part of business. And it will, once you get into the groove of it and you're using it properly, it's a lifesaver. It really is.
Sure, absolutely. Little going on. So check out that link in the comments and get in touch with us if you have any questions. I don't think we've had any questions come up today. Oh, Harpreet's been on. I actually just clicked on it.
Just said Harpreet. I replied there. I said that Yep, I replied. He's a digital marketing guru, genius. Get in contact with him. Genius, yeah, I know. And we've got Jared, we've got Harpreet. We're lucky. And we've got you too, Harv. Sorry, I need to include you in that.
Good stuff. Thanks for joining us today, ladies and gents. We'll see you next Tuesday, 4:30. And if any hiccups come, I'll give you the I'm not going to apologise, but you can kick my butt through Katie. But we'll definitely be here 4:30 next week, Tuesday evening, here in Perth, Western Standard Time here in West Australia. So I look forward to catching you all then. Bye for now, ladies and gents.
Thank you.